So I've been wanting to make this video talking about what it's like to daily drive a Miata as your only car, because that's a big drawback of Miata, is just the two-seater aspect. There's not much room for your stuff if you're into like biking or whatever, and that can be a problem for most people when they want to get a Miata. That's the main drawback of it. So I just want to talk about what it's like since I've owned this car for 2 months and I've been daily driving it as my only car. I grocery shop with it, I do everything with it, all that. So first of all, we'll talk about the space, I guess. It is quite small. If you see above me, there's not too much room. I do have the hard top. It feels kind of cramped, and like there's so many little things, like the little sun visor, it comes out in half and then it drops down all the way. So you can like half move it, but then when you drop it all the way, you don't have much seeing room. So that's kind of funny. But I'm about 5'9" and it feels cramped to me. So if you're taller, it might be a little bit more difficult for you to fit in here. But now that I've owned it for 2 months and I drive it every day, the size feels normal to me. When I get in this car, it doesn't feel small. It feels completely normal to be driving it. So that's good, I guess. Now for reliability of daily driving a Miata, it's been pretty good. All that went out was the clutch slave cylinder, but I mean, it is a 25-year-old car, so you're gonna have issues like that, but it's been pretty reliable so far. I get about 26 to 28 mpg. The 2 times I've tried it, I got 26 and then 28. The 28 one was with lots of highway driving, so that's pretty good for me. That's a lot better than some cars. Not as good as the Civic though. In the Civic I used to get like 36, 38, but that's just what comes with it. This car does have short gears, which make it a lot faster than it should be with a 1.64 cylinder, so it makes it really fun. Those short gears, they can be kind of annoying in traffic, but to me it's well worth it. It makes the car a lot more fun. The car, it feels lightweight. It's really fun just to daily drive. You don't even have to be going fast. You just take some turns a little bit aggressively and it's fun. You can gun it. You can like gun it all the way down and you'll be like going 40 miles an hour. So that's pretty fun. You can just gun it. Now the big thing in here, I'm actually going to San Diego today. It's me and my girlfriend's anniversary on Valentine's Day. So I'm bringing the surfboards, and I managed to fit 2 surfboards in here inside the Miata. I had to take the fins off the one on the bottom so this one can sit on top of it. But there's a 5'9" surfboard in here and a 5'9" one. So, I mean, if I can manage to do this, obviously you can't have a passenger because their seat's being taken by them. And it kind of goes back into where the hardtop little cubby is. But they fit, so that's a plus. I mean, I can surf in it if I go by myself, but usually when I go down there, we go take my girlfriend's car because she has the Civic hatch, and we can just fit all the surfboards in there and all the stuff we need. Now, you can only really grocery shop for like 1 person in here, if maybe 2 if you're lightly grocery shop. You got to be kind of creative with how you store your stuff. You have like obviously the footwell down there, here behind the seats. There's a little bit of room, and then this little cubby back here. You can put stuff back there on this little shelf, which is nice. And then the trunk, obviously the trunk's really small. It's like a foot deep. You guys have seen it in my other videos. You can't really fit too much back there. So in terms of comfort, this is clearly not a Mercedes-Benz. This is a cheap, affordable sports car, I guess you could call it. So the comfort factors are minimum. There's like, when you're on the freeway, there's lots of road noise, lots of wind noise. There's not much like insulation anywhere in this car. It's pretty, but that, to me, that adds to the fun because you feel like you're like part of the road, part of the car, I guess. You just feel all the elements and everything. Now when you start going fast, it feels like you're like going so fast. Like if you're going just freeway speed like 65, maybe 70, it feels like you're going like 80, just because how small and light the car is. But to me, that makes this car pretty enjoyable. And the comfort, you know, it's, I mean, I drive it like 2 hours to San Diego. I don't know if I would want to drive it any further. Sometimes it goes like 2.5, 3 hours of traffic, and that's just like pushing it, you know. Especially because I have the I have eBay suspension on here, the Rocore coilovers. You guys saw me install those in another video. So they're not too bad actually. So far they've been pretty good. I am planning on still making a review of those sometimes. You guys have been asking for that. But you know, the car for comfort, currently my AC doesn't work. If you press the button right here, the RPM shoot up. I have no idea what's going on. It just stays like that. I need to look into that. So the AC doesn't work, and on hot days like this in California, I'm sweating a little bit in the car. It's pretty hot. But yeah, you know, you're buying a cheap car, a cheap sports car, I guess, so comfort's not going to be all there. But to me, I'm fine with it. I'm young, I can withstand it. It's really fun. So I'm going to embark on this journey down to San Diego right now. It's going to take about 2 hours. It's 100 miles down there. So I'll let you guys know when I get there how it was. Just give you guys a little thought of how it is driving it that far, and I'll catch up to you guys in a little bit. Alright you guys, so we just made it. It is now 5:49. Hopefully that adjusts. So it took 3.5 hours to get 100 miles in California traffic. It is a 3-day weekend and a Friday, so everyone's probably heading south and north. Everyone's just going everywhere because it's Friday. So it was a lot of traffic, but you know, that's just California for you. You always get stuck in traffic anytime you try and go anywhere on the freeway. But you know, I made it. With these boards in here is a little bit uncomfortable because I'm kind of like rubbing against my shoulder and then trying to shift with the cuff holder here, and then the board's right here. Kind of annoying, but I made it in the end, which is awesome. And yeah, sucked with no AC. It was kind of hot, but the sun went down towards the end, so it wasn't that bad. But comfortability, you know, it wasn't the most comfortable ride. Obviously, like I was talking about earlier, it's not very comfortable when you're going long distances and stuff. Your back kind of hurts after a while, and then you're kind of crunched, you know, in this little tight space. But another thing, when you're looking at stoplights, sometimes you'll be the first one in line and then you can't really see the light because of the angle right here, so you have to like look down like this and look up at the light. That's just another little thing, at least for me. I'm about 5'9", I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but the car seems to be a pretty decent amount of space. But overall, daily driving a Miata, I would definitely say go for it. I mean, they're great little cars, they're fun. If you can deal with the little trade-offs, like it's pretty small and only 2 seats, then I would say go for it. They're a great, fun car. You can get one for like $3,000, $2,000, depending on what your budget is. And I think, honestly, it's the most fun car you could get in this price range. You know, low-priced car for someone who wants this as their first car and their only car. I would definitely say go for it. So thank you guys for watching. I'm going to try and bring some more videos to you guys very soon. Subscribe if you haven't already, and like the video if you liked it.